Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how you can crop a live video recording using CameraX in native Android application with Media3 effect. So let's get started. Like I said, I am using XML layout project, Android project, but if you want you can use Jetpack Compose as well. So first you will have to go to Gradle scripts. I'm building my application. As soon as the output is ready I'll show it to you. Also I will be mirroring my device, so the output might be little bit laggy, just bear with me over here. So first you will have to go to build.gradle.kts, and here you need to add this camera core, camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera video, camera view, Android X Media3 effect, as well as Media3 effect dependency. As you can see, I'm mirroring my device. So first it is asking me for the camera permission. I'll just give that particular permission. Then it is asking me for the record audio permission. I'll give that permission as well. And here you can see it is I'm able to see the live camera preview. I can just click on the start button and it will start the video capture for me. So yeah, it has started the video capture. There is no as you can see, you might not see any effect being applied to this live camera preview, but I'll show you where we can change the values and you might see a little bit of difference. So I can just click on the stop button as well, and the video is captured, and inside the toast message you also see the URL where the video is stored. So I can directly go to my files app first. I'll just go to the files app. I can just go to videos, and here you can see the video has been stored as well, and I can just play this particular video as well. So I'll quickly play it and show it to you. So as you can see, this is how I play the video. Now let's try to change this value. So I'll just go to Kotlin plus Java. I'll go to this main activity.kt over here. I'll just scroll up a little, and here you can see these are the crop values which we are using. Let's try to change it. I'm not sure what would be ideal values. Let's try to change it. I don't know, 50 instead of 0.5. Let's make it as 50. Okay, I'll just change it over here as well. I'll rerun my application. Let's see if I'm able to see any kind of difference as such. Okay, let's just wait. Okay, so I'm able to run my application again, and I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but the output has become extremely small. So I think 50 value might be too big. I'll just make it as -10, -10 over here as well, and 10 over here as well. Okay, I'll rerun my application again. Okay, let's just wait for a second for it to rerun. Okay, and here you can see now this is how the crop thing looks like. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, if you want you can just click on the start button. It's up to you how you want to play around with this value. I'll just click on stop. I'll quickly click on start and stop as well. And if I just go to my files app, here you can see the video has been saved as well, the first video which you are able to see. So yeah, this is the output. Let's see how to do this. Like I was saying, first you will have to go to build.gradle.kts, and here you have to import this camera core, then this camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera video, camera view, Android X Media3 effect, as well as Media3 effect, and then just click on before that we need to specify the version as well, right? So I'm using libs.versions.toml, so which is the version catalog thing. So here you need to specify camera core, camera 2, camera lifecycle, then this Media3 effect, as well as Media3 effect version. Now Media3 effect is still in alpha at the time of me recording, but if there is stable version you should use the stable version. Then here I am using this Android X camera lifecycle, Android X camera 2, Android X camera core, Android X camera view, and Android X camera video as well. Then here we need to add this Android X Media3 effect as well as Media3 effect. So make sure you add all this dependency. Then you will see a sync now button at the top. Just click on that sync now button. It will download all the Android dependencies for you. Once that is done, go to manifest, Android manifest.xml, and first you have to use this use feature of camera, then use feature of use permission of camera, then record audio permission, as well as write external storage permission as well. Then go to res layout activity underscore main, and I'll just open this. Here you can see I'm first displaying a preview view, for which I'm setting the width and height as 0 dp. I'm specifying an ID as well. We are constraining it to all sides of the screen. Then here I'm just displaying one button as well, which is the start stop button I have shown you. So this is basically to start and stop the video capture. Then let's go back to main activity. So I'll simply scroll up. First, these are all the imports. Feel free to pause the video and just copy this imports. I'll simply scroll through this. Okay, there are unnecessary imports as well, which I can remove. Okay, now here we are annotating this with @unstable API. So suppose if I just comment this particular thing out, you will get an error over here. As you can see, this is the error. Now this error, you might be thinking, given that we are using alpha version of the library, we might be getting error. Actually no, this crop thing is coming from the stable version of Media3 effect, but this is one of the quirks of Android development, that even though the library is stable, the APIs are a bit unstable. That's why we have to use this @unstable, but hopefully by the time you guys watch it, this should get resolved and you don't require this @unstable annotation. Then here is our video capture recorder. Here is our recording as well. Here is our executor service. This is the preview view as well as button. Then we use register for activity result for requesting multiple permission. By default the value is true. Then we just loop over all this. We make this value as false, and if it is false we display a toast message, else we start our camera. Then inside on create, we initialize our viewfinder, we initialize our button. If all permissions are granted, we start our camera, else we call request permission. Then for button.set on click listener, we just call capture video as well. So here is our capture video method. So we first check whether video capture is not equal to null. If it is, then we just return. Then if not, then we just make button is enabled as false. We assign this recording to this particular variable, and if that is not equal to null, we stop it first, and then we just make recording equal to null. Then here we define this is just a name of our file when we save it. That's why I'm using simple date format. Then here we define this content value as well, where we pass the display name, the main type, and if the version is greater than Android P, we save the video to this particular path as well. That's why we need to set pass the relative path. Then here we use this media store output options. We pass the external content URI, we set the content values as well. Then we just do video capture dot output call dot prepare recording, and if the audio permission is granted as well, then we just do with audio enabled as well. Then we just call start method, and once the recording is started, we listen for events. If it is the start event, then we just change our button's text as well as is enabled property. And if once it has finished recording, we get this finalize. If there is no error, we just display a toast message that video has captured, else we just stop our recording as well. And for both of these cases, we just change the text of our button as well as is enabled to true. Okay, then here is our start camera method. So we just do process camera provider dot get instance. Then we just do camera provider future dot add listener, camera provider future dot get. Here we do our preview view as well, and then we just do it dot surface provider viewfinder dot surface provider. Here we initialize our recorder as well. We set the quality selector. Then we just do video capture dot with output of passing our recorder. Then we do camera selector dot passing our default back camera. Then we do use case group builder dot build, add our preview use case as well as video capture. Then we define this Media3 effect as well. Then here we pass our crop effect. Like I said, I'll just change this back to 0.5 because even 10 is quite big. So you can just play around with this value to crop that particular thing. It's up to you. So I'll just change it back. Again, like 0.5 does not take that much effect, but yeah, that's fine for me. Then we just add this Media3 effect to our use case group dot builder. We unbind our camera, we bind to this life cycle. Then we have method called request permission. Here we have another method called all permissions granted. Then we have this on destroy method as well. Then we have this companion object where we just assign it the file name format as well as required permission. So we just pass camera, record audio, and if the version of Android is less than equal to P, then we pass the write external storage permission as well. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.